Hi, friends. It has been a minute. And by a minute, I mean a long time. It's been a month since the last time I posted here on YouTube, and a lot has happened. So let this be my update, I guess. Let's see, where do I begin? The last video I posted was a reading vlog, and I just went offline off of YouTube. I don't know, like I was in a time of my life earlier this year that I felt like I had my routine figured out. I was doing good. I was, mentally I was good. I like everything. I had figured out my CrossFit routine. Everything was going well. So I decided to change things up. Why? I don't know, but I decided it was the best time to jump into another health stuff that this is like more physical health stuff that I had been putting off probably for years. And part of it was, I think, because I didn't want to get bad news, and I wasn't sure if I was ready for it or not. And it just seemed like a great time to figure that out. So that's what I did. I stopped filming. I still kept reading, but I decided to deep dive into that health issue. And maybe one day, if I'm feeling brave enough, I'll share it with you. Today actually feels like, we got to that finish line. It wasn't the outcome we were hoping for and praying for, but it's still an outcome. And I'm thankful that I'm in a place where it's okay. Like my husband and I, like, we're both okay. We're healthy. And when after deep diving into this issue, there were other things that came up, they ended up finding other autoimmune issues. And now that we're at this outcome, like at this part, I do have to like deep dive into the ones they found more. But you know what? I'm just going to deal with that next year. I'll deep dive into those health issues in January. Thankfully, they're not severe, and I can put it off for about a month. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to enjoy this holiday season. Recording actually I realize I've missed it, and I'm really, really happy to be jumping back in front of the camera. And yeah, let's see what else happened in these past few months off. My husband and I took a vacation. This is our first vacation, just the two of us, not visiting family. This was just, we flew to be on vacation to a new place to explore. We hadn't been on a vacation like this in 10 years because we had been traveling to Mexico very often, but that was to visit my grandpa. And yes, technically those are vacations. And again, thankful we were able to do that when we had my grandpa. And I have zero regrets. And I'm very thankful that we did that because I have some very, very special memories with my grandpa. But it was time now to, I guess, spread my wings with my husband, and we went, just the two of us, on vacation. And we went to Boston, and from there we took a train. So we were in Boston, actually, let me back up. So in Boston, we were there for 4 days, I believe, I think it was like 3 full days. And then on the 4th day, we took a train from Boston to New York, and then we were in New York for 4 full days. So it was fun. In Boston, we flew out there because we got to see My Chemical Romance for the second time this year. So I saw them in July at the Dodger Stadium. Again, we went to visit family, and we got to go see them. They played my all-time favorite song. Even just like thinking about it right now makes me want to tear up. They played my all-time favorite song. And then so that was in LA at the Dodger Stadium. And then when we went to Boston, in their B set list, that's the one they changed every single night. They played my favorite song from their 4th album. So I was the happiest girl alive. I told my husband, I'm like, I can die happy. They played my 2 favorite songs live. Well, I mean, they played 3 because in Black Parade, I also have a favorite song, but they played that album. It's the Black Parade tour. So I got to listen to that album twice in its entirety. But yeah, it was a good time. I can talk about My Chemical Romance all day long, so I'm not, but it was a good time. And then after that, after Boston, we ended up going to New York. We had never been, and we both fell in love. I get it. I get why so many people love New York. I love New York. My husband loves New York. It was so great. The subway, amazing. I can't wait until we go back. So yeah, that was our vacation this year. Books, I read a lot of books. I won't dive into them here just because it would be a lot. I have been reading some really, really good books, some classics. One of the ones that off the top of my head right now that I recently read in October and I am loving was Carmilla. It's a classic. It's a novella. It is, if you haven't read it, please read it. It's super fast. It's intense. It's great. It still holds up till this day. Like, please, please, please read Carmilla. It's really good. I don't know if it was last year's Vlogmas or like the beginning of the year videos. I mentioned that one of my goals for this year was to learn to knit. Well, my friends, I learned to knit this year. I have done 2 beanies, 2 Sophie scarves, and right now I'm working on a sleeveless like pullover vest situation. Yeah, it's going great. I mean, my goal to learn to knit is because I want to knit socks. So I finally also bought my needles for my socks and I have the yarn for them. So after I finish this vest, I'm going to jump into knit socks, learn how to knit socks. So I feel like I can officially say I know how to knit. Am I the best? No, I'm a beginner and that's okay. But I'm not intimidated by to make a beanie or a scarf. I mean, or a vest for that matter at this point. I'll show you guys all that like in another video, but yes, if you have been wanting to learn to knit, do it. It's so good. If the interest is there, I would like to make also a video with like all the resources and stuff because I did take online knitting class and I feel like that did something in my brain where, I mean, the class was great. The teacher, she's phenomenal, but that did something in my brain that I just became less scared to try to knit. And then after that, I went to my local yarn store. I let them know I was new and that I needed the help, to find the yarn because it's all by like weight and like what type of, like if it's worsted yarn or if it's not anyways. And I had no idea about needles. So I just walked in, took my pattern and I was like, I'm new at this and I want to, knit. And they were so friendly and they just embraced me and were like, yes, you're going to need this, and like pick a color of yarn. It's this yarn. And it was great. It was a great experience and I've learned a lot. I do go to their knit nights. They have it once a week and there's other women that show up and they're great knitters. They're mainly all like, they've been doing it for many, many years. So it's cool because since I'm a beginner, I get to like ask questions, or if I get stuck, like I'll wait until knit night and I'll go and they'll help me out. Yeah, it's great. Let's see, what else have I been doing? I've been painting again. I don't know if I'll show those or not, but it's been great. I've been painting. Yeah, so this break from being online, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but I also have been taking a break from Instagram. I'll deep dive into that again later in another video, but yeah, it's been great. I've really enjoyed my quiet time, like my brain being quiet and being able to focus on anything and everything. Yeah, so that's kind of like the life updates, I guess. I guess now it's time for, I don't know, like the elephant in the room, which is the name change of the channel. I changed the name because I don't want to use my name. I don't know. I don't want to make my name a brand because I've just I think it's like the elder millennial in me that wants to pick a cutesy name, and I don't want to use my name. I just don't want to use my name. I love my name, and I think that's why I don't want to use it. So my new channel name is long, I should say, but at this point, how the algorithms are, if I get shown to somebody, it's not because of the name of my channel, it's because of the SEO or whatever. The name on my channel is Where the Searchlights Find Us. And that is one of the lyrics in one of the My Chemical Romance songs. I have always loved that lyric. And when I was in high school, again, elder millennial vlogs were popping up. And I always thought, if I start a blog, I'm going to name it Where the Searchlights Find Us. And I never used it. I don't know. And now it just seems like the perfect time to do it because I'm doing whatever I want. And I'm an adult and I have free will. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use that name. I'm going to go by that name. And it'll be fun. It'll be great. And my plans moving forward, I want to share my creative life more like an online journal. And I thought, what better way to pop back in and say hi and update than on December 1st. So when you're watching this, it's December 1st. So I will be trying Vlogmas again this year. Last year, I only got like 2 weeks in, I think, and it was a lot and I did not prepare. This year, I'm actually filming this the last week of November before Thanksgiving. And I do have a few other things we're going to film. And I say we because my husband's going to help me. And my plan is to do 3 videos per week. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll see. It might just be like Wednesday and Friday or something, but my goal is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So for this month, you will be seeing me a lot more. I don't know what my plans for next year are, but I'll figure that out later. Right now, it just feels good to be back in front of the camera and filming. Like always, I don't know how to end these videos, so I'm just going to say bye. And I hope that your Thanksgiving was great. And yeah, it's December. Merry Christmas. Bye.